From your perspective, what are the most interesting strategies that you've seen in the last years in terms of branding and marketing applications in the region? And any can jump in.
I'm sure that the best way to acquire customers in any business is acquire customers by quality.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that somebody mentioned that in the last panel, and I think that other than marketing, other than viral strategies, other than any other, SEO, whatever you do, if you don't have a game in this case for any platform, not mobile platform only, but if you don't have a great game, you're not going to acquire customers. So I think that sometimes that is not so easily seen by developers, especially in regions like Latin America. Electronic Art, I'm from Mexico, I'm original from Mexico. I've been working in Mexico in video games since 15 years ago. I've been involved in the development community since 2004 or 2003. And there's still no jump in quality when it comes to game development, local and regional game development. That's something that I think before acquiring customers or thinking of great marketing and great Twitter accounts for their games, I think that this is something that the game developers from the region needs to work on.
The thing that you see the most is that the great developers are just interested in other markets at this time. They are interested in credit card holders. And as Max was saying, they're riding the wave right now. They're being very popular on the credit card, on the credit card side. So what we have right now for Latin American markets, which are the prepaid users, that are the ones that don't have credit cards, are basically all the games that are just, the past games. We have, it's like going to a blockbuster to rent a movie. You won't get the movie from the movie theater. That's the thing. What we have right now on our stores are just games that are just old, and we don't get the new games because the big developers are just driving all these strategies to the credit cards, to the stores. However, I've seen big opportunities with these games, with things that you can do with the telcos, and you can discuss some things. For example, there is a very low internet penetration in our countries, and the way to beat it is to ask the operator to put zero cost-based IPs, so the users can actually download the games and play them without having internet, for example. That's one thing that gets very popular. However, there are some other things that we haven't discussed, and that's basically the revenue share thing. That it's something that the developers and the operators keep on fighting over it. Because Google closes the stores because Google wants a part of it, and the operators as well. So that's the thing. I think that's the tricky part, because I think the marketing strategy on how to get that to the users is fairly easy for an operator to send a push link and have everyone download the application. That's fairly easy, and you can put in, like I said, a zero cost IP. I just think it's something that we haven't discussed. The developers are interested in something else right now. And what we have is what the market left. Not always, but the losers are, when we lose is when we don't have the game, basically. And eventually it will come, because games are popular for a period of time, and once they are not as popular as they were, they tend to come back to telcos and try to rip off whatever's left in the market. It happened with Angry Birds, for example. At the time when Angry Birds was at its prime, they wouldn't even look back at telcos. Now, which is just a different time in the market, now they're looking back at telcos and saying, hey, remember the discussion we had? Now I want in. So it's kind of I would say that every single game that's out on the market eventually will come to the telcos at some point. But I would say that there's a real opportunity of making money now if we have discussions with the telco in order to have it in. And it's not difficult to do that. It's rather a discussion of opening the door and making the question.